Tasty. Good morning everybody. It's Wednesday the 7th of October. Welcome to Vlogtober day 7. Today is a work day. And I'm about to go in a meeting in a minute. But I thought I'd just show you what appears to be nothing inside my needle cozy, but is in actual fact the completed cuff of sock number 2. Did that last night. 1x1 twisted rib. The pattern calls for 2x2 twisted rib, but I prefer 1x1, so that's what I've done. Bit of a labour of love, that. As Sharon said on the SCR1 TNO Vlogtober yesterday, she's done a hat with 1x1 twisted rib. Takes me a while, but I'm a lot faster at it now than I was when I first started doing it. It used to give me wrist ache, but I've obviously developed that muscle because it doesn't hurt as much now. Anyway, not going to sit here blathering on, I've got stuff to do, but I thought I'd just pop in and say morning, and hopefully I'll get some bits recorded in my lunch break. See you in a bit. Gusty this afternoon. Trotting down the hill to school. Just finished work for the day. It's been non-stop. But I did manage to do some preparation for wrapping and packing up yarn when I get back. I can't record the packing up the yarn because I use my phone to do my orders, and I use my phone to record it. So without a load of pre-preparation work, that's a bit of a faff. I would do a shawl of the day section, but I haven't got enough shawls. Well, this is my witching hour shawl, which is one of my own designs, and I dyed up this 2-colour set, which is bramble and cobweb. Give you a bit of a better show. There you go. That's what it looks like. Bramble. For the last 5 minutes you've been sat with your ears back in an alarmed manner. For absolutely no reason whatsoever. And as soon as I get the camera out to capture it, they go forwards. What's that all about, you obtuse little kitten? But are your paws very white and snowy? They are. And Your nose very pink and cute. It is. Is it? Yes, it is. And you're all nice and comfy. And now it's time for me to take Cozzy to bed to read his story. Boo. I'll snuggle you later. I promise. And now for a bit of supremely boring reality. So tonight I'm finally getting round to getting my lovely Rita out. She's not a windmill from Amsterdam, even though she looks very much like one. She is my reskeiner, and she's a very special thing. I give all of my wooden tools names. Betsy the spinning wheel, for instance. I know, it's an affliction, I can't help it. But Rita I've had for about a year, maybe slightly less. And she basically creates skeins for me, and this is what I use for my mini skeins. And she has, if I just pick her up and show you a little bit more closely, she has an electronic counter here which you can reset, so I know exactly how many winds of the handle I need to do for my different weights of mini skeins and things. And that works with a little magnet which is on the back of this arm here, and every time it passes that sensor it counts one. So you can set her at 2 different settings, so you can make your skeins bigger, but for mini skeins this is the perfect diameter. And then on this knob where she has a little, I don't think you can see, she has a little pyrography flower, and the knob comes off that one, which is very helpful because that's where I fasten my yarn. So I'll just show you very quickly how I make a mini skein using this. So let's see. Right, I'm going to put my bowl on the floor to stop my, well, in theory, to stop my ball of yarn bibbling all around the place. And then I just tie a little slip knot as close to the end of my yarn as I can. Slip it on there and tighten it up, and then wind away until I get to the correct number of revolutions. And then we get yarn bath, of course. Oh, would you blimmin' believe it? Oh, man. Let me untangle this and I'll come back to you. Sorted. We're off again. And when I get to the right number, stop with the little flowery knob at the top. Cut my yarn with a short tail. Then I can undo that slip knot, and I split the skein into 2, and I pull up through the middle, down, over, down and up, and tie those 2 in a double knot. Make sure they're nice and firm so they won't come undone. Snip off the excess. Off she pops. If you've watched my vlogs for a while, you've seen Rita before, but I've got a lot of new people following, which is lovely. Twist for an inordinately long amount of time. That's the official chin technique. And a cute little mini. So I'm going to send these minis to Hannah from the Corner of Craft for her lovely granny club blanket. So I'm going to make a few more now, but I'm not going to make you sit and watch that in real time. Don't you hate that when you're about to say something and then spit gets caught in the back of your throat and you go, sorry about that, aren't I a bit disgusting? Back there, Rita. I'll show you the minis that I've just finished off in a minute, but it just suddenly thought to me, dear, it's been a long day. The thought suddenly came to me that I wanted to show you my shawl properly. So it's desperately in need of a washing and a blocking, as most of my shawls are. Although I have done that cowl that I showed you the other day. That's nicely sitting on the radiator. But this, you can't see the lace pattern very well because it's a bit curled up. This is the Wingardium Leviosa shawl, which I designed a couple of years ago now. It's a very simple, wide, triangular shawl, which is my sort of favourite shape really, but you can see it comes down almost to my waist from my neck, and I've got a very long body, and it's a really simple construction starting at this end. That's where Bramble pulled it. I've got to sort that out. No, it might have been my mother-in-law's dog Daisy, can't remember now. Anyway, so you just do, it's a simple 2-colour shawl. And you just do alternate colours with a little row of eyelets all the way across until you get to the long edge, and then in the long edge you do a section where you are marling every 2 rows, so you get 2 rows of colour A and 2 rows of colour B for a while, and then it's an applied, oh you can see it a bit better now, sort of an applied lace border there, and when it's blocked it looks really pretty. It's sort of like a half leaf shape. And I like it because this is my favourite way to wear a shawl, like a bandana, flicked round and then tucked underneath like that, and that's a good shape. That's how I like it, so that's why I designed it that way. And I've actually got another one of these, so I'll probably get that out for another day to show you in a different little shawl set that I did. And it's, oh, Bramble's having her nightly grumble at the naughty tabby cat that sits outside and bothers her. We call it Mog because if you've ever seen Mog, the Judith Kerr book cat with the big fat face, it looks just like her. And she jumps up at the window, the front room window, and bothers Bramble from the outside, and Bramble sits on the inside going "Ow," and making a tail like a bottle brush. So silly. Never actually going to get in contact with each other, but they never actually work out that the glass the glass is there. Daft creatures. Anyway, it's been a long day. Start work at 7 o'clock these days, so that I can pick the kids up after school, excuse me, and I am tired, so I'm just watching a bit of Sarah Oliver Knitting and Crochet podcast, I think it's called now. Sock TV is the name of the channel, I believe. She's lovely, based up in Scotland, and she's just started a holiday, oh no, what's it called now? Holiday make-along, I think. It's a trip around the world done in the yardage that's knitted and crocheted, and it's 2 teams, a knit team and a crochet team, I think. She just explained it. I wasn't paying proper attention. I'm very tired. Anyway, I'm going to finish watching her. I'm going to tidy up a little bit more in here, and then I'm going to go and have a nice shower and go to bed early because I've got another early start tomorrow. But tomorrow is my hump day, Thursday, and I get to catch up with one of my colleagues regularly on a Thursday morning, which is nice. So we do that at coffee time usually and have a little catch up and do some jobs together. So that'll be lovely. And thank you very much for joining me if you're one of the new ones. There are a lot of new ones and I'm really excited about that, so thank you very much. It makes me feel very nice. And I really appreciate you joining. I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up, or a thumb-a-rooney as I've now named it. How sad is that? Yeah, for all the lovely comments that keep on coming. I really love it, thank you. And on that note, I'm going to say it's night night from me and night night from Mr. Pumpkin, who you can't see. Hang on. Say night night, Mr. Pumpkin. Night night.